Okay, so if I have a function like that, y equal to a number times by a function to the power of n. So my fx can be anything. Okay, so I want to find the rate of change for this. So I follow the rule, multiply by the power, copy down the whole thing, power, take away 1. So since it's chain rule, so you have a chain effect. Time by the derivative or the rate of change of fx. Okay, that is how it works. Okay, for example, I got y equal to -3 times 1 minus x squared to the power of 7, for example. Okay, so can you try to apply this formula and get the answer? Can you try your formula and get the answer? Okay. So do you get it? So -3, this is your A. Power is 7. Copy down the whole thing. Power, take away 1, that is 6. Then derivative, the rate of change of this one. Okay, 1, the rate of change is 0. X squared, the rate of change is multiplied by the power, take away 1. Okay, so next time, if you know how to do it fast, you can just put there 21, 1 minus x squared to the power of 6 times -2x. And here I can simplify this further to become 42x times 1 minus x squared to the power of 6. So this is what you call chain rule. Hello? Okay. So can we move to other example? Okay, so I just want to quote you with one very, okay, if I have a function like that, y equal to ln 4 ln, okay, I don't want to put 4. Okay, ln x cube. Okay, and I got another one called y equal to ln x, the whole thing cube. So there is a difference between these two. Understand? This is the x that is cube. This is the ln x, the whole thing cube. So to find the rate of change for this one, you have to use chain rule. Okay? And to find the rate of change of this one, the first one, you need to use the formula. You can do it like that. Am I right? Then you use the simple rule. So can you please do these two? Be very clear, the difference between these two. Okay? Okay, who is the one who just came in? May I know? Arif, is it? Is that Arif? And now, anyone sharing the same devices? May I know? Can you prompt me who is the one who shared the same devices, please? Okay, class. Okay, I will show how to do number one. So every time when you want to apply chain rule, correct? Make sure your function must be in this form. You must bring everything up. Hello, must be this form. So now number one is not in this form, correct? So what I need to do is I have to change that to this form. So I have to do some changes first. Okay, by the way, E is a constant. So this one, you bring the whole thing up. So it becomes x plus 1 to the power of -1. So you are telling with this form already, you see? So can you? Okay, so now you can start to differentiate by using the chain rule. Multiply by the power, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1. -1 take away 1 is -2. Yep. Then the rate of change of x is 1. The rate of change of 1 is 0. Okay. Are you okay? So this will be -e. So all these things, you can find the product. Okay. So it's -e. So it's -e over x plus 1 squared. So now you substitute your x equal to 3. So it's -e over 3 plus 1 squared. So this is -e over 16. That's all. Is that okay? Okay. For number 2, what you need to do some changes is this one. Okay, you have to write it as e to the power of 3x. Okay, plus 3 to the power of 4. Then you straight away apply the chain rule. Is that okay? Okay, so f prime x, bring down the power. Bring down the power, multiply by the power that is 4. Copy down the whole thing. Power take away 1. Okay. When you find the rate of change of exponential, is also copy down the whole thing, then times 3. Yeah. Rate of change of 3 is 0. Okay, for all these example, I will write down as 0. In exam, you don't have to do that. So I simplify it. Means 4 times 3 is 12. So I write down 12 e to the power of 3x, open bracket, e to the power of 3x plus 3, the whole thing cube. Okay, so now I substitute with x equal to 3. So 12 e to the power 9, e to the power 9 plus 3 cube. Done. Okay? Okay, everyone should be able to do number 3, am I right? Number 3 is very straightforward. Okay, number 4, you have to bring this up. Okay? So give you some time to do number 3. Okay, number 3, So this one you can differentiate straight away. Multiply by the power, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1. Time by rate of change of 1 is 0, rate of change of negative x is -1. So the answer is -3e. Okay, you can straight away substitute your x equal to 3 into here. 1 minus 3 squared. So that is become -12e. Is that okay? Okay. So the last one, number 4, you have to rewrite this as ln x to the power of -1. So f prime x will be equal to multiply by the power, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1, that is become -2, and the rate of change of ln x is 1 over x. Yeah, so therefore, your f prime 3 will be equal to -1 over the x is 3 ln 3 the whole thing squared. That's all. Okay, is there any other issue? Okay, part A, there is a ln, correct? So you have to say x must be greater than 0. So therefore, the domain is x. X is a member of real number, and x must be greater than 0. Done. Okay. When you do part B, what you need to do, you key in your function, then you straight away do a zoom standard. Okay. So when you do zoom standard, okay, when you do zoom standard, the screen come out like that. Right? The graph go like this. So your graph is like this. Right? Okay, you may not see it clearly. So after this, what you do is you go to the window. You go to window, you change because the graph only at this part, right? So I change the window, I change my x minimum to 0. Okay, and I change my y minimum to 0 also. Then after this, I straight away go to graph. Okay, you try this. So you will get a graph which is like this. So your graph will look like this. Right? Am I right? So this is your y equal to fx. So now you want to find the coordinates of this point, correct? What you do is you go to your graphic calculator, you put second trace. Okay, then you select minimum. Okay, then left bound, right bound, then you get the answer. Okay, can you? So you use your this cursor to go left and right. So you will come out, you will see your y is a number. Then you have the e, right? Do you have that? Mine got e, then to the power of -13. This e means times 10 to the power -13. So this is very, very small. So you can assume it is 0. So here will be, so the coordinate of this point will be 2.718, 0. Do you get that? Okay, so if I want to use calculus to get the answer, first of all, I have to put my fx as 1 minus ln x to the power of what? Oh, power of 2. Power of 2, huh? So I get my slope function first by using chain rule. 2, 1 plus, sorry, should be 1 minus, copy down the whole thing, power take away 1, rate of change of 1 is 0, rate of change of ln x is 1 over x. So I will get -2 over x, 1 minus ln x. Okay. Okay. So you want to talk about minimum point and maximum point, the rate of change at that point is equal to 0. Am I right? So remember, rate of change at turning point is 0. So it stopped changing. That's why we also call this stationary point. It stopped changing, then it changed the direction. Okay, so I have -2 over x equal to 0. This is no solution. Impossible. Right? So 1 minus ln x equal to 0. Yeah. So my ln x will be equal to 1. So x will be equal to, ln is base e, right? E to the power 1. Okay, so that's your x. So therefore, Fe is equal to 1 minus ln e squared. Ln e is 1. So the answer is 0. So the coordinate of the minimum point is E0. Correct? What? E is 2.71 something. Any issue on that? Okay, so the last part everyone should know how to do because we have differentiate this. So the part D, so I just do it here, okay? Part D, I want f prime when x equal to 2. So x equal to 2 will be here, around here. So when you draw the tangent, you have to draw a straight line that touches the curve. So this is the tangent, okay? Okay, so the gradient will be, I put my x equal to 2. So f prime 2 will be equal to -2 over 2, 1 minus ln 2. This is exact value. So it's -1 minus ln 2. So it's ln 2 minus 1. Okay? Can or not? Student? Okay, so today we are learning another rule that is called the chain rule. Okay, so before we end the class, I just want to ask you, if I give you this question, okay, can I use chain rule? Question is, can I use chain rule? Okay, there is an answer, no. Why? Why? Why cannot? Why cannot? Don't give me the rule, other rule. Why I cannot use chain rule? Why I cannot use chain rule? Give me a reason. Okay, because this e to the power x is not a constant. Are you clear? So now, based on what I know, is it possible for me to solve this problem? Without the complicated rule? Is it possible for me to solve this problem? The answer is a yes. I can expand this, correct? So I will have e to the power x times e to the power 2x plus 2e to the power x times e to the power x plus e to the power x. So I still can, without using the other rule that we will learn on Friday. So my dy dx for this one will be 3e to the power 3x plus 4e to the power 2x plus e to the power x. Is that okay with you? Hello? So you must know when you can use chain rule, when you can't use chain rule. Huh? Okay, now I got one more for you. Okay, if I have y equal to x square root of x minus 1. Is it possible for me to use chain rule to find the derivative? Okay, just have a look at what Miss Do is doing. Do you think, am I doing the right thing? If I write it like that, are they the same? The answer is a yes. Okay? This is x. I write it in a different form. Why I want to write it in this form? So that I can combine. Yeah. So that this become x cubed minus x squared to the power half. So now can I apply chain rule? The answer is a yes. So my dy over dx is equal to bring down the power, copy down the whole thing. Okay, power take away 1. Half take away 1 is negative half. So negative half. Times by rate of change of x to the power of 3 is 3x squared. Rate of change of x squared is 2x. Done. Hello? So I can write this as, I can factorize. Okay, I do it step by step. Okay, when the power is negative, you bring down. So power half is square root. Remember, power half is square root. Okay, so this is x cubed minus x squared. So this is, so common factor is x. Okay, so I factorize out the x. So here I got 3x minus 2 over 2. Okay, this one I also can factorize out x squared. Okay, so it becomes x 3x minus 2 over 2x square root of x minus 1. So this x and this x can be cancelled. So this is your final answer. So you see, when we talk about calculus, correct? You want to differentiate, correct? There are many ways of doing it. See how you make the changes. Hello? That be fine?